There we go. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite or Mike. Mike Lane. Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone, and Taz here. And today on Dynamite or Mike, we're going to have a good show here today, Mike Lane says. Yes, we are, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone says. We're going to have a good show here today on Dynamite or Mite. Well, and welcome back, Taz. I tell you one thing right now, Mike and Tony. The only thing anyone's got to worry about, Taz says, is who's going to get beat up. Because I understand that CM Punk is going to come out wants to get even, on Santos Escobar and Angel Garza and Andrade Cien, Taz says. Yes, you're right, Taz. That did happen yesterday on NXT, Mike Lane says, where that did happen. So, it looks like looks like CM Punk is going to get even, Mike Lane says. That's right. Santos Escobar and Angel Garza and Andrade Cien wanted to get started something with CM Punk yesterday on NXT, and this time, Tony Schiavone said here on Dynamite or Mite, it's time for CM Punk to get even. Tony Schiavone says, here we go. Alright. So, yesterday on NXT, Santos Escobar thought he was so cool, by starting something with me yesterday on NXT. I was just minding my own business, talking about things. Out comes Santos Escobar, Angel Garza, and Andrade Cien. Now, did I do something to these three fellows? No, I didn't do nothing to them. Santos Escobar comes out and then scaves me for things that I did, things that either I said or did, or things that went wrong. And every wrestling business, every skilled wrestling business, and every skilled fighting business I ever wrestled for or fought for. What he forgot to bring up is that I was a show player and I did play in some small films. Now, most of the time, I get along. But there's always going to be some creep out there that wants to start something with me. If it wasn't Kenny Omega and Matt Jackson and, Nick Jackson and AEW, or wasn't the bullshit of Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre and WWE, it may not been that bad. So, Santos Escobar, you think you're the greatest of all the North Vinlander Mexicanist wrestlers who ever wrestled? Well, let me tell you something. You're never ever going to be as good as they were. Let's go look at you. Alright, let's bring you up. Since you want to bring up my shit, I'm going to bring up your shit. Here is a wrestler by the name, here's Santos Escobar, who somehow has bullshit himself into believing that he is the greatest of all the North Finlander Mexicanist skilled wrestlers out there. Never mind, it's his belief, and he has no truth to back it up. So, he seems to think that he's the greatest of all of these wrestlers. But, you know what? He cannot be. Because if he was the greatest of all of the North Vinlander Mexicanist wrestlers, then he would have somehow became the WWE heavyweight fighter. Or he'd become the world heavyweight fighter. Or the WWE world heavyweight fighter. But sadly, he did not. He didn't even win the WWE NXT heavyweight winnings, because that would at least been a winning so you could say, yeah, he won. No, he didn't do any of that shit. Sadly, he didn't really do nothing except become WWE NXT light heavyweight fighter. So I think I've done a lot more in the skilled wrestling business than he's done. I mean, what am I? OVW heavyweight fighter, OVW Farseer fighter, what? WWE Enderland, the Enderland land body fighter. Fuck. What else? Two-time WWE heavyweight fighter, ECW heavyweight fighter, ROH heavyweight fighter, two-time AEW heavyweight fighter, WWE tag team fighter with Kofi Kingston. What else? I think I won a lot more things than that, alright? But I think I won a lot more than what he did. So, why don't you just come, so Santos Escobar, why don't you just come out on your own? Because I think I've done a lot more, in my time, OVW, WWE, TNAW, ROH, AEW, whatever. I think I've done a lot more than what you did. First off, first off, CM Punk, you think you done more than me? Let's see, CM Punk, because you may have been the OVW heavyweight fighter, and the OVW Farseer fighter, and the WWE Ender Landbody fighter, and three-time World Heavyweight fighter, two-time WWE heavyweight fighter, ECW heavyweight fighter, WWE tag team fighter, two-time AEW heavyweight fighter, one-time ROH heavyweight fighter. But don't kid yourself, CM Punk, because the truth is no one really cared about any of those businesses or anything you did in it. And you like to knock on me because I won the WWE NXT light heavyweight winnings. Well, that's one winning, but I have my higher goals set to win other winnings. Yeah, I was going to be the WWE 4-1 Reichs fighter until shithead Rey Mysterio, took that away from me. So, you're going to guilt everything that went wrong in your time in WWE, on NXT and SmackDown, on Rey Mysterio, Rey Unknown? CM Punk says. Yeah, because you guilt everything that went wrong in your time in OVW and WWE and ROH and TNAW and AEW and wherever else you went on, folks. Yeah, well, guess what? Your friend's not here today, Santos Escobar. I mean, Angel Garza's around. Where is Andrade Cien? Who cares? I don't know where they're at. We're going to have the match. Seeing, and Santos Escobar is going in alone here, folks, Mike Lane says. Yesterday, we don't know where we know where Angel Garza went, but we have no clue to where Andrade Cien went. Well, Tony Schiavone said he has to be either on one of those bookshelves somewhere, because there's no way that he'd gone missing. Tony Schiavone said, and a drop kick by Santos Escobar. I'll tell you right now, Taz said, Santos Escobar said he'd be the new Kaiser of skilled wrestling. And at the end of the day, I think Santos Escobar has done a lot, will go on to do more greater things than CM Punk has will ever do. They're outside now. Santos Escobar is hoping The Fight Lord's going to start reckoning out now, Mike Lane says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They got back in on 7, Mike Lane said. What were you going to say, Tony Schiavone said, about how you said Santos Escobar is going to go on to do more greater things than CM Punk, Tony Schiavone said. Well, look, Taz says, everybody, drop kick. Everyone knows. No one's not going to say that CM Punk was not a good skilled wrestler or a good skilled fighter. He was. But to be earnest with you, even I did a lot more things than him. 2-time ECW heavyweight fighter, 2-time ECW Farseer fighter, 2-time ECW tag team fighter, 3-time WWF, hard middle fighter, 1-time tag team fighter, and 1-time IWCW light heavyweight fighter, Taz says. But guess what? Even that, I done a lot more than what. But even then, CM Punk did a lot more than what I did. But it don't mean I like him, though. Taz says, it seems that CM Punk right now is hoping to do the elbow drop like Randy Savage would do. And this time CM Punk just shifts it. And now he wants to do the go to sleep on Santos Escobar. And Mike Lane said some folks say that CM Punk stole the go to sleep hold or offshooted it from Hideo Itami during his time in WWE. When he was on NXT and later on 205 Live before he was let go. Mike Lane says, well, I could tell you one thing right now. Well, I can tell you one thing right now. Doesn't look like it's going to work out, though. And now we got Angel Garza showing up because we don't know where Andrade Cien went. And R-Truth just, knocked down Angel Garza, and Andrade Cien just, dropped down CM Punk and now put his feet on the ropes. Kind of looks awkward. You think the Fight Lord would see it. Yeah, the Fight Lord did see it. And now CM Punk, go to sleep on Santos Escobar. Looks like this one is done. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner, CM Punk. And CM Punk has beat Santos Escobar here today on Dynamite or Mike Lane says. Yes, he has, Tony Schiavone says. And sadly, we still don't know, there's Andrade. Kind of got buried underneath Keith Lee. Wow. And CM Punk beat Santos Escobar here today on Dynamite or Mike. Mike Lane says. And I guess the bind between CM Punk and Santos Escobar is most likely still going to be going on, Mike Lane says. I would think so too, Tony Schiavone said. I don't really see this coming to any end anytime soon, Mike. I tell you right now, Mike and Tony, Taz says, CM Punk got lucky, when he beat Santos Escobar. He did. But every wrestler, every fighter's luck, runs out sooner or later. Taz says. So I hope CM Punk is happy with this win because I don't see him getting this win, ever again. Well, speaking of that, we're going to take it away now to Renee Young, who is now going to be talking with CM Punk. Thank you, Mike Lane and Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with CM Punk here today on Dynamite or Mike. Alright, CM Punk, we do know this. We do know that you have some kind of bind that seems to have started between Santos Escobar and yourself. First off, Renee Young, I didn't start it. Santos Escobar, he started it with me. So, at the end of the day, I have to get even on him. Santos Escobar seems to think that he's the greatest wrestler out there. Or seems to believe that he is the greatest wrestler who ever lived. Which that's bullshit. I mean, that's just him offshooting from Austin Theory's bullshit. And I dealt with that shithead back in the day. But the truth is, I have done a lot more in OVW and WWE and AEW than Santos Escobar has done. I mean, I won a lot more winnings in all those free businesses. He never won anything except some bullshit in AAA, but who really cares about AAA? You know? And the only thing he won in WWE was the WWE NXT Light Heavyweight winnings. And at the end of the day, he ended up losing that too. So, Santos Escobar or his friends Angel Garza and Andrade Cien want to start something? Well, they started something, and I'm going to be the one that ends it. Well, CM Punk, we just want to say one thing. How long do you think you and Santos Escobar are going to keep this up? I don't know. It's how long, Renee, he wants to keep it up. It's how long he wants to prolong things between us. That's up to him. Well, that's my talk with, CM Punk. Back to you, Mike Lane and Tony Schiavone. Thank you, Renee Young, for talking with CM Punk here today on Dynamite or Might. And that's all the time we got here for Dynamite or Might. I, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone, and Taz. We hope you like Dynamite or Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact or Hit.